He's had a go. Oh, it's a fantastic goal from Andy Carroll.
Referee Lee Mason leading out the players. Quite apart from the furore over Newcastle's latest managerial upheaval, this fixture stands out on the Premier League calendar season after season.
Newcastle United!
The supporters have no beef with the players, of course, so the welcome for them to start with is fairly warm.
And Alan Pardew has never won a game against Liverpool. Liverpool get us underway, but what next for Newcastle United? Another week of headlines, another week of upheaval. Morelos set. In by Morelos. Helped away by Simpson, picked up now by Maxi Rodriguez, on again by Lucas. Morelos. Maxi Rodriguez. Kyriakos, fisted away by Krul, but only as far as Ngog. Krul has had an extended spell in goal for Newcastle United because of injury to Steve Harper, who'd taken over from Shay Given, but Harper is on the bench this evening for Newcastle United, having recovered from injury. Featured in a specially arranged reserve game on Wednesday.
Well, he's given a free kick here for Kyriakos, coming through the back of Andy Carroll, arms on the shoulder of the big striker for a bit of leverage. Now it's a good 35 yards or so out, so it's going to have to be something, if it is a strike, very special to beat Pepe Reina from this distance. But I would imagine, having not had a striking goal so far, that Joey Barton standing over it might just think about working the goalkeeper here. Unless they've got something up their sleeves, Tony, a little sneaky free kick here.
Barton pointing the way forward. Carroll's there and Nolan's there, and Newcastle United have taken the lead. It's Kevin Nolan, a superbly worked free kick. The threat is always there from Andy Carroll. Kevin Nolan has made the breakthrough. Nolan, who was saying this week that the players were upset about the exit of Chris Hughton, but he's brought a smile to the face of the new manager, Alan Pardew. The perfect start for Newcastle.
Well, I said it was going to be a sneaky free kick. It wasn't, and he maybe just slightly offside there, Kevin Nolan, half a yard, but gets away with it. But there's nothing sneaky about it. In fact, the Telegraph, what they were going to do was clip it to the far post for Andy Carroll. He was going to get a one-on-one with Skirtle. He completely out-jumps Martin Skirtle in there. Nobody's then close enough to get a tackle in really on Kevin Nolan, who gets in there on the second ball. I've got to say, it was not an easy skill on the half volley just to guide it in that corner, but he did it brilliantly.
Johnson showing some irritation. The threat is there again from Carroll. Campbell's almost in there. On by Carroll. It's back with Carroll. Really good attempt. I think Abiobi might have been coming back from an offside position initially.
Well, these two can bully Kyriakos and Skirtle. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Kyriakos on that occasion doesn't even attempt to make a challenge on Andy Carroll there. Abiobi's got enough time just to lay it off, and then it's a very, very good strike. Fortunately for Pepe Reina, it was straight at him, but there's no doubt as a front two, I think they can get at this Liverpool pairing at the back.
Roy Hodgson has been promised money in January to try and strengthen the squad. Krul's come out a long way, and a misunderstanding there with Taylor, and Gog has almost pounced.
I don't think his starting position's correct there, Tony. I think he's got to be a bit further out. I think this is the goalkeeper's ball all day and every day, and in the end Taylor has to deal with it. Just nods it away, and got a bit lucky there.
In by Morelos, helped away by Carroll. In again by Skirtle, And Gog's up with Campbell, Morelos, and it came back off Ngog, and it was cleared off the goal line by Jose Enrique. Morelos again, and Gog's there. And this time it's Campbell who's hacked clear. And a scuffed attempt by Maxi Rodriguez, but some scrappy defending, but Newcastle have got away with it.
Well, I'm not sure how much he knows about this. Look at the space for Skirtle out there as he just hooks it back in. And Gog just making a nuisance of himself. It just hits him on the left knee, left thigh. But credit to him, he just stays in his position. There's nothing more than that, just holds his ground. And that saves him a goal, no doubt about it.
Given away by Morelos. Tamiobi, shots deflected. Reina was wrong-footed. And Liverpool got away with that big time.
Yeah, poor from Morelos, and I don't know if Amiobi notices it just here as he take the strike, but he did possibly have a reverse onto Gutierrez there, and a bit frustrated the manager, but it was half a chance, a gift really.
Count. Oh, it's in! Liverpool have their equalising goal. They've got a lucky break. Dirk Kuyt has pounced. Chance from nothing, and it's one that Liverpool have taken.
Yeah, it takes a deflection, Tony, but I think more importantly, why has Sol Campbell got his back completely turned to the play? Just here, he's not even looking at the ball. I mean, that's a cardinal sin from even the youngest, most inexperienced of centre-halves. You've got to know where the ball is, you've got to get your body position right. He's not. It clips off Stephen Taylor's right ankle. There's not a great deal he can do about it, but it's Campbell who does all the damage really. I can't call it defending because he's not even looking at the ball.
Torres! Good save by Krul.
Off Campbell again, should score. Sat beautifully for him, great first touch. Great save, I've got to say that, but defending again, well, there was none.
Gutierrez. Now Carroll. Barton to provide the width, and the cross, Carroll's there! Glorious opportunity again for Andy Carroll, he knows that was a good chance.
Yeah, it's a great ball in again, Tony, from Joey Barton. I can only think that it's Martin Skirtle that just puts him off here, just in front of him, just in his eye line at that last split second before he's going to head it. And he's running at such pace, trying to get on the end of it as well. It's very difficult, but we've seen him score them this season, the form he's in.
Newcastle seldom made a substitution, only 32 substitutions in the Premier League so far this season. But they're forced into making an alteration now. On by Carroll. Here's Ranger. It's with Ranger! What a start that would have been. Had to readjust, had to get his bearings right, but couldn't find the target.
Again, just getting off the end of this flick on from Andy Carroll. Again, he beats Kyriakos. Skirtle going for the hopeful high kick. Almost took his head off with this. Almost give a penalty kick away as well. Just always off balance here, and I've got to say Reina did well because he comes out, really narrows the angle down, and once he gets it sort of semi under control, he's got the goalkeeper bearing down on him. But what an introduction that might have been for the lad.
On by Carroll. Barton's in there! And Joey Barton restores Newcastle United's lead. That was all about determination. Joey Barton, Newcastle's other Liverpudlian. Back from suspension, back from injury, and back now with a goal that restores Newcastle's lead.
Well, I think Roy Hodgson will have to do something now. Again, it's just a straight ball out, which Andy Carroll wins comfortably, no surprise there. Martin Skirtle, who's had a tough game for me, he's had a tough time from all the Newcastle strikers, both Amiobi, Carroll and Rangers he's been on. Really gets caught at 6s and 7s, and credit to Barton, he's sharp enough to get in there. I think he's had a fine game on his return, and he wants it more, he's sharper, he gets there just ahead of Johnson, but it's all down to Skirtle.
Jose Enrique. Carroll, who's had a go. Oh, it's a fantastic goal from Andy Carroll. This season he can do no wrong. A brilliant effort by Andy Carroll. Knew exactly what he wanted to do, was encouraged to shoot, and what a shot.
It was, Tony, a stunning strike, but there's always two sides to a story. Now, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 Liverpool players, all with an opportunity, at least two of them, at Lucas especially, to go and close that ball down. Now that for a Liverpool player, for any player at this level, is pathetic. It's unacceptable. Just to allow somebody with a left foot and the ability of this lad to strike a ball in his form to have that amount of room. That is unacceptable from Liverpool's point of view, but that from Carroll just summed up the start of his season. Absolutely first class.
They've won 7 of the last 8 fixtures against Newcastle United. They generally rack up the goals, but listen to the joy on Tyneside tonight. Alan Pardew knows that he's got to do a lot to win over the Newcastle United supporters who were so supportive of Chris Hughton. Liverpool huffing and puffing, but they had no answer, and they certainly had no answer to the third goal, rattled in by Andy Carroll, his 10th in the Premier League this season. What a week it's been in Newcastle. What a day it's been for Newcastle United.